Hey everyone, before we start, I just want to talk about Graves items and runes. And the first item that we go for is Black Cleaver. Cleaver synergizes really well with Graves' kit, granting him with more HP, damage, ability haste, as well as a Sunder passive, which stacks with Graves' own passive, meaning that you could get multiple Cleaver stacks in just one hit. Then the second item that we go for is Bloodthirster. This will not only amp his damage, it will also grant him critical strike, as well as lifesteal, which is very important so that he would be sustainable when in a team fight. Third item that you go for is Steel-Plated Stasis. You could go for the Mercury Threads if they have a lot of crowd control, but Stasis is really good if you're caught in a bad position, or you could use it to outplay the opponent. After this, we go with the Infinity Edge. This will amp his damage even more, allowing his bullets to have a stronger crit and being able to burst down the opponents faster. After this, we go with the Lord Dominic's Regards. This will give him the armor penetration that he needs, as well as even increasing his crit rate. And once you're able to complete this item, you would be able to just one-shot any squishy target. Last item that we go for is Guardian Angel. This is just for safety purposes, allowing you to have a bit more damage, armor, and the most important, revive, just in case you get bursted down. If your GA is on cooldown, an alternative item would be Death's Dance. This would also give you the sustain that you need, as well as giving you even more lifesteal in a fight. Going to the runes, the first rune that I go for is Conquer. This is really good on Graves. He could easily stack this and would benefit a lot from the bonus AD and the lifesteal that this gives. Second rune would be Hunter Vampirism. This would not only give him more AD, lifesteal is also very important, and if you're able to stack the Conqueror plus Bloodthirster and a fully stacked Vampirism, then your sustain will be really high and you could easily lifesteal throughout a fight. Third rune that I would go for is Hunter Titan. Not only does this give HP, it also has resistance to tenacity, allowing slows and stuns not to last that long in a fight. If they don't have much crowd control, you could go for the Nullifying Orb. Since we're building pure AD, Graves would benefit from the additional HP that this gives, especially when low HP. Last rune that I will go for is Mastermind. This obviously depends on your comp. If you have a strong early game, you could definitely go for this rune because it allows you to secure objectives faster, as well as get more gold overall. But if you're not confident with your team's lineup, you could go for the Hunter Genius as well, so that your skills cooldown will not be as long and you would be able to spam them more. So that is it for Graves items and runes, and I will see you guys in game. Going to the game, I'm going to be teaching you how to play Jungle Graves effectively, as well as showcase one of his skins, which is a Supervillain Graves Ascended version. In this matchup, we're currently up against Warwick, and in the Graves vs Warwick, this is pretty much advantageous towards the Warwick in the early game due to his strong ganks, but this will be advantageous towards the Graves into the late game because we would be able to easily outscale our counterpart. So what we want to do is to be able to farm as much as possible so that we could get to that part of the game. Here I place a control ward at the top side so that I would know which scuttler the Warwick might go, as well as protect my mid laner from possible ganks. The clear that I'm doing here is the red side clear, where I go for my Krugs, red Raptors, and Flex, depending on what would happen around the map. My first tip with Graves is how to use his bullets effectively. As you could see, Graves only has 2 bullets, but with the use of his third skill, you would be able to have 3 bullets. When clearing the red, what I would always want to do is auto-attack, third skill, and then auto-attack again. That way, I would have 3 bullets before reloading. And another thing about clearing with Graves is that you would always want to stack your third skill, and as you could see, I currently have 4 stacks after clearing the red buff, and while clearing the Raptors, you'd always want to look at what happens around the map if you could go for a possible gank on the mid lane or even the bot lane. Graves clear is quite easy, but what's important is that you have good bullet placement, meaning that you're able to hit multiple targets while clearing the camps. Since I want to preserve Graves' passive, I had to dash in between camps, and looking at the stacks, I currently have 7, and one nice feature about this skin is that you know if Graves have a lot of stacks because of the fact that he has an aura when at 7 stacks, which is pretty high. Warwick steals my blue. I just want to go for a full clear because I would want to get my cleaver before the first objective, or possible get some sneaky ganks. As I said earlier, Warwick has really strong gank potential, especially with his second skill. I look at the top side, I see that they're quite overextended, so I go in with a dash, tell my teammates stand there, shoot a smoke screen onto Jin, and since he has no more flash, I pray that Blitz will hit his hook, and as soon as he hits the hook, I know that he has no more flash. Even with Karma's heal, we would be able to get the kill, and that would be a successful gank. Greaves' gank is not the strongest, but if your teammates have crowd control, then it would make your life a lot easier. With that, I get my first back, buy some components for the Black Cleaver, and I go for another full clear, starting with the Golem, pathing towards the top side. Looking at the map, I see that Warwick is trying to go for another cheeky gank on the mid. I hope that Zed would live, thanks to a second skill, and just in case they would want to chase, I would try to help my teammates as well. After clearing the Krugs, I have no more camps left, so what I do here is look for a possible counter gank. Since Fiora's playing a bit aggressive, Garen's there, uses the ulti plus ignite. I use my ultimate in order to be able to secure the kill because the ignite would not be enough due to the plant being there. That's just good presence of mind. With that, we secure a kill and we're able to get a lot more gold. As you could see, my cleaver is already ready at 3 minutes, which is really fast for a scaling champion. Once I purchase this item, I probably wouldn't go home anymore because I got the item that I need unless there is something that happens around the map. I continue my pathing, starting from the red buff, probably going up unless there's something that happens. So when you're playing jungle, you'd always want to have good presence of mind around the minimap. While clearing your camps, always check on what possible ganks or counter ganks that you could do. Pop the plant to check if there's any scuttler that's spawning. I see that the blue is still not up of the enemy Warwick, so I go path on the top side, seeing that the scuttle has just spawned right there. Putting some wards so that I would be prepared once the dragon is spawned, and I'm pretty confident that we would be able to take this objective. Secure the scut as soon as it spawns and look for any possible ganks while waiting. Warwick is trying to go for mid lane. He can smell me with the second skill. Once Orianna uses the ultimate, I have to flash out. Warwick uses his ultimate as well, and this is very good for us even though I had to burn my flash. What's important here is that I was able to burn their resources. Orianna does a great job cancelling my recall, but Zed is able to get the kill, which is good because this would be advantageous for us when it comes to the objectives. As soon as I see Warwick at the bot side, try to get another kill onto the Garen, I ping my team to try and go for the dragon because this would make my scaling even stronger if I'm able to secure this buff. I presume that Warwick has given up on the objective and is going for the Rift Herald instead, so I just go and secure the dragon. After securing the dragon, I check top side. I see that Jin is still overextended. I think he doesn't have much map awareness, so we go and go for the punish. I try to get an assist, but my teammates are too fast into secure the kill, so we go and try and take their top lane, top tower instead. Looking at the map, Warwick I think went home instead of summoning the Herald in the mid, and this would give us an advantage to get the first tower because there's currently no one defending. Their jungle is at the mid, possibly gonna spawn the Herald right there, but it's too late because we have already secured the first tower. Overall, this is a good trade for us because not only we're able to get the first dragon, we're also able to get the first tower. What I'm doing now is trying to get Orianna. I see her pretty low. Secure the kill with the ultimate. Since her Greaves' ultimate is quite high, the range. I see the Warwick at the side. I try to poke down the Karma, then try to get the isolated target. Garen is there as well. First kill, get the kill. Jin is pretty far in, so we go and chase. We have smite. Even though we're exhausted, we still deal a bit of damage, and this is the dream start. As a Graves player, this is the dream start that you would want. Getting a lot of objectives, getting a lot of kills, and being able to scale faster into the later stages of the game. Instead of going back and buying my Bloodthirster, I would want to farm my top side first so that my clear would be a lot more cleaner. Look at the map. Since we have already taken the top tower, The next step for me is possibly clearing my bot camps and then take either the mid or bot tower depending on what happens around the map. Bloodthirster is another important item for Graves because not only does this give me more sustain, it also grants me damage as well as critical strike, which is something that we could stack with our next item once we complete the Infinity Edge. So when playing farmer junglers like Graves, Shyvana, and the like, you'd always want to clear your camps before doing anything else in the map, unless there's something very important that you need to do. For example, there's a free kill, so that's why you can't clear your camps. But here, we see that Fiora is out of position, Blitz gets a great hook, and this would result us getting to another free tower. Things are looking really good right now. We're able to farm well, get all of the objectives that we need, and what we're doing here is trying to get as much camps as possible, not only increasing our gold, but denying Warwick's camps as well. So this should be the sharing buff, not yet. And what we're doing right now is setting up vision, just in case someone goes in for the face check. And since there's no more camps yet, I try to go for a mid gank, waiting for Blitzcrank to possibly hit any hooks so that we would be able to burst them down. Warwick gets an ulti inside. With the first kill plus ulti, we get another kill. Flashing in, look at the damage that I'm doing right now. 300 crit onto the Orianna. Fiora is trying to chase me down, but I have my third skill to kite. We're able to survive Fiora's ultimate, and this would open up their mid tower since they don't have any more wave clear. Their Jhin is at the top side, only 2 melees are remaining. Use my smoke screen to try to zone the opponents, and we're able to secure the tower overall. Look what happens with Graves here once I have Bloodthirster. Vampirism plus Bloodthirster. I started with 1/4 HP, but after clearing the Raptors, I'm almost at full health. This goes to show the power of Graves' lifesteal once you're able to complete this item. And this is very important when you get to the team fights, because the lifesteal that you get when using your auto attacks is very crucial into becoming more durable overall in fights. I see that Warwick is trying to go for a trade. They're pretty much behind, so they have to do this, which is understandable, and a good macro on their part. But this allows me to be able to free farm, even though they're able to get top tower. I'm able to get a lot of farm bot side, take the Scuttler, the Rift Herald, and prepare for the Dragon. Looking at the gold, I'm currently at 4.4k. I think I would be able to complete my Infinity Edge right now, and this is going to be very scary because I have 3 items at the second objectives. This would allow me to possibly just burst anyone even though they are building HP. Another fight happens topside. My teammates are not in position. Garen is at the bot. I use my first skill to try and poke them down. Look at the damage that I'm dealing to Fiora. 500 crit on 1 bullet. Put him really low. Orianna chunks me low as well. And look at the lifesteal that I'm dealing right now. Warwick is trying to get me down, but instead of going for the objectives, I tried to look for camps where I could go for a lifesteal. And since the dragon is warded, I know that they haven't started it yet. Look here. 1/4, I was 3 bars away from dying, and after clearing Raptors plus the mid wave, I'm back into full again. Now I'm ready to contest or take the dragon because I'm now at full HP. Garen is able to do a good job as well, getting their bot tower, secure the DR, and go back to the mid lane to get some more farm. I would possibly spawn the Herald here, look for some more camps to steal, or possibly burst another or burst someone else. So the opponents don't decide not to defend the tower. Able to get the tower. Warwick gets an ulti at me. I have my second skill plus ultimate. Try and kite them. Just in case they try to chase, I would have the means to burst them down. I'm still pretty healthy with the HP that I have. I see that Warwick's trying to clear the wolves. And look at the damage that I'm dealing. 562 on 1 bullet. 400 onto the Fiora. Third skill to try and dodge them. I have my auto attacks. We secure 2 kills. And Now that I'm pretty low again, what I'm doing is I'm looking for the opposing camps. I bumped my third skill, but it's okay. I'm able to sustain my HP back into full, clear the raptors plus Krugs. Now I'm back into full HP, plus I have a huge rhythm wave at top side, so this would allow me to take the tower pretty easily. Garen falls at the bot side, but it's okay because we're able to get a trade, which is the tower. Now I go back. I have another item at 12 minutes. Four items with 14k gold, so we're even higher than 1k GPM, which is the dream when you want to play Graves. Looking at the crit on the camps, I can deal 1000 crit on the red buff and possibly like 600 to 700 on squishy targets. Since their jungle is down, I ping my team to immediately start the Baron. This would be pretty fast. Even when hitting the Baron, I can secure it. My Baron clear is quite fast if someone is tanking, so that I wouldn't get the minus damage. So with the Baron buff, I'm just looking to secure some objectives. My teammates are a bit greedy, overextending, but I'm here to try and catch the opponents off guard. Damage test a bit. 500 crit onto the Fiora. With 2 hits, I brought the Fiora into 1/4. Ezreal gets caught by the Warwick, but I'm still here with all of the sustain that I'm having. Full stacks Conqueror as well. With the exhaust, we still deal a lot of damage. Kite the Fiora, immediately bursts her down. But I'm not able to chase because they have a lot of kiting abilities as well as poke. What I'm doing here right now is getting some HP back again, putting me at 3/4 and possibly at full when the next minion waves arrives. So I'm not worried of losing my HP. Burst the Jhin in one combo. Auto, first skill, auto, 700 crit. And this goes to show the power of Graves. Go in with the first skill flash. Force Orianna's Zhonya's. Finish her off with the ultimate. Trying to look for the Karma, but she's a bit far. Plus there's a Nexus Tower. So I would just most probably end the game. But the Fiora Warwick has spawned. Warwick misses the ultimate. We go for some kite. Burst down the Fiora. Warwick is pretty low as well with Zed's burst. Only the Nexus is up. And we go and secure the game. So really good performance overall. Not only are we able to farm a lot of camps, we're also able to show how strong Graves is, especially when you have a lot of sustain. 97.3% onto Grandmaster. We get MVP. Our team did good as well. Perfect score. 32k damage plus 17k damage taken. And with this, I hope you guys enjoyed our Graves jungle. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.